Season 2, Episode 7 of The Pitt exposes a painful contradiction. The medical staff are extraordinary at tending to other people's wounds, but dangerously silent about their own. And The Pitt shows us heroes who are quietly falling apart. And today we're going to discuss 5 examples of doctors and nurses who fight to heal everyone else, but are quietly breaking inside. And we're also going to talk about some tea and some fun stuff that occurred in this episode after I go over those 5 examples. But before I get started, let me introduce myself if you're new here. And if you're not new here, then welcome back. My name is Brandy. And I realize that you could be on any channel in the world, but you're right here with me. And I really do appreciate that. So please go ahead and like this video. It really does help the channel out and I greatly appreciate it. And also subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy watching TV show reviews and also movie reviews. The first example of a doctor that we see that's able to stabilize patients but unable to stabilize herself. We get a glimpse of Santos in a bathroom stall and she's done using the bathroom and she's lifting up her pants and we see cuts on her upper thigh. And they appear to be at different stages of healing. Some seem newer, some seem older. And I don't know a lot about cutting. Obviously, I'm not a therapist or a doctor, but I know that she's not seeking attention from the location of those cuts. It was so unfortunate to see someone as strong as Santos. I mean, she appears to be a powerhouse when she's out there on an emergency room floor. She doesn't have the best bedside manner, but she is a pretty good doctor. But to see that she self-harms and that she's suffering in silence really gave me a different perspective on her. And we did see a few episodes ago that she was dealing with a patient that attempted to unalive himself. Now that scene takes on a completely deeper meaning, everything that she was saying to that patient.
We were young and someone older was taking advantage of our age. And things got so bad that my friend took her own life. So isn't a day that I'm not grateful I didn't do the same.
And my guy, Dr. Abbott, is the next example. I was so happy to see him resurface in this episode. And we learned that he has taken up a side job as a SWAT physician after his therapist suggested that he needs a hobby. But he arrives at the Pitt. He's fully decked out in camouflage. And one of his partners got shot in a 4th of July warehouse robbery. Dr. Abbott was able to intubate his partner under active fire. And even Santos said to him, like, "Are you serious? You are a badass." And he is a badass. And although he's able to save lives on the front line, he wants to keep his own struggles invisible. And he isolated himself in a private room where Dr. Mahan's previous patient, Dr. Diaz, was. Granted, it wasn't a serious gunshot wound. He just actually got grazed. But still, he was trying to treat his injury on his own. But thankfully, Dr. Mahan insisted on helping him. She says, clearly you can't help yourself because he could barely reach the back where his wound was. But yet just another example that somebody so strong and resilient does not want to reach out for help. Next up is Dr. Robbie. We know that he is a phenomenal doctor and he's able to carry everyone else's pain, but nobody carries his. And I believe that Dr. Robbie is really struggling with forgiving Langdon. And we see them have a beautiful conversation. Well, what started as a beautiful conversation when they were waiting on the emergency helicopter to land. Langdon apologizes to him. Dr. Robbie tells Langdon in return that he's happy that he went to rehab to get the help that he needs, but he is not sure if he wants Dr. Langdon working back in his emergency department. It was right then and there that I thought to myself, like, Dr. Robbie might really be struggling with forgiving Langdon because he blames himself. How could he, a senior doctor with so many years of experience, not know that his own mentee had a drug addiction problem and was stealing drugs from the patients? Yet a very inexperienced doctor, Dr. Santos, she comes along, she shadows Langdon for just a day or two, and she notices his drug addiction right away. So Dr. Robbie is really struggling with not only forgiving Langdon, but I think he's struggling with forgiving himself for having such an oversight and not knowing what Langdon was going through. And And the next example of someone that's able to take care of everybody else, but yet they are bleeding on the inside is Nurse Dana. On this episode, Dana does a beautiful job of examining the SA victim. But after she's done her examination, we see that Dana has a mini breakdown. At first, I thought she was just sad for the young lady that she was helping out. But then I rewatched that scene, and it seems like she might have a touch of PTSD from something that happened to her, maybe a traumatic experience in the past that even may have encouraged her to become a sane. But to see Dana be so emotional was really heartbreaking to see, and I really want to know more about her backstory. What happened, Dana? What's making you cry like this? What's making you so sad? And the fifth example of a doctor that my heart goes out to that really needs to sit down and have a talk with the psychiatrist, Dr. Jefferson, as well, is Dr. Alashimi. We keep seeing her having these freeze moments. We see that she was talking to the young man Jackson's, his parents, and she has a moment where she freezes up. It's as if she's recalling a memory. We see her then rush into the bathroom privately. Again, everybody is just isolating themselves when they're having these moments. So she's in the bathroom and she makes an urgent call to her doctor. Now, I wasn't sure. I didn't catch what type of doctor she was actually calling, but she was saying essentially like, listen, let me know if you have any cancellations. I need an appointment immediately. So I'm not sure if she was reaching out to a therapist, a neurosurgeon. I'm not sure what's going on with her. But my guess is that she might have some type of PTSD from her background as well. But yet, she's just another example of these doctors not being okay. Who is taking care of the caregivers? And that was like the clear message to me in this episode, along with the clear message being all about communication as well. But again, to me, what stood out to me is that these people help everybody and nobody helps them. They are suffering in silence. So now let's move on to a few moments that actually made me smile. The first one being Dr. Robbie telling Dr. Mel that she's one of the smartest residents that he ever trained, that she doesn't have anything to worry about as far as her disposition, and that she has a bright future ahead of her. Now, the way Mel smiled really stuck out to me because she doesn't normally show a lot of facial reactions, right? So to see Mel smile, that really made me smile as well. Also, I was happy to see my girl, Dr. Ellis. I am so happy that she mentioned that she's working a double shift. So that means that hopefully we'll see her on the next episode or maybe the episode after that. The next thing that made me chuckle was Dr. Robbie gossiping with Santos about Whitaker. Like, that was not on my bingo card that they would be having a conversation like that. But those two, Santos and Dr. Robbie, are starting to get pretty cool with each other. But we see that Santos is telling Dr. Robbie about Whitaker's relationship with the widow from last season. And Santos said something to the effect like, oh, whatever, he's just being a huckleberry. And Dr. Robbie said, no, but he's our huckleberry. And no, I did not get Huckle Robbie vibes from that situation whatsoever. I never really got on the Huckle Robbie train whatsoever. Another ship that I do not see is Dr. Abbott and Dr. Mohan. I see no chemistry between those two. What are you guys talking about? And also what I enjoyed seeing was Dr. Victoria's interaction with her dad. You could tell that she really prefers her dad over her mom. They seem to have a good relationship. They have a little secret handshake going on. And when he left that conversation, he's like, don't tell your mom. Like, seriously, don't tell your mom. Although he's joking, but he's serious at the same time. And I think that his words of advice for her future career will really hold more weight than her mother's words. And Santos being a baby whisperer, something else that wasn't on my bingo card. The way that she sang to Baby Jane Doe made my heart melt, because when Santos first went into the room where the baby was crying, she was being kind of rough and aggressive. She even said to the baby, I see why you got left here. So I was worried at first, but then when she looked, made sure nobody was watching, and she bent down and she started singing to Baby Jane Doe, that made my heart smile. But nonetheless, guys, let me know down below what your favorite moments were of season 2, episode 7, or this season in general. And I cannot wait till episode 8 because I want to see what happens when they go analog. What are they going to do without computers? Is there going to be some kind of twist where AI can save the day? Can the doctors still log onto their phones and use ChatGPT through their cellular data? I'm not sure how that works, but I'm very curious to see what happens next week. But anyway, guys, if you made it this far, do me a favor and comment down below a pink heart. I love you all. You guys stay safe out there. Peace.